So using this control handle to create that curve once again to match the version at the bottom. Bring the control handle in on this side. And there we have it. That's a more perfect curve, and we don't have the anchor points between, which could possibly cause disruptions in the flow of the curve. Now the next thing I see is a kind of disruption in this curve here. There's a little hump. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this anchor point, and I'm going to use this control handle just to bring this up slightly. And this minimizes the little hump that was there. Now I'm happy with that. It's a little over the original shape at the bottom, but that's fine because that's necessary to remedy the problem. So zooming out, with that done, I'm going to go to Object, Ungroup. I'm going to ensure that this is a compound shape. I'm going to go to Expand. Now I'm going to go to that pink layer. I'm going to click the eye so that's no longer visible, and we only left with the version of the logo on the top. Now I'm going to take this shape, I'm going to half it, and I'm going to do so with a rectangle tool. So dragging across a rectangle until it meets the point where the pink line appears, which denotes a central point. Selecting both of these shapes, going to Pathfinder beneath Shape Modes minus front, I'm left with the right hand side version, which is the perfect version that we've just created. Using Alt and Shift, I'm going to drag a version across. I'm going to right click, Transform, Reflect. Ensuring the vertical selected, I'm going to click OK. I'm going to hold Shift to keep it on the horizontal and drag it across until that pink line appears, which denotes the join, the intersect. With that done, I'm going to select both shapes, Pathfinder panel, make compound shape, expand. Now let's zoom in. You'll see here we have the anchor point again, but that's fine. It's only a single anchor point, as is the one up top. Now let's go down and take a look at the bottom. So zooming in to take a closer look. As suspected, this single anchor point is actually a triple. So I'm going to use the delete anchor point tool to take out these two anchor points. I can keep the one here because it's just defining the left. Now I'm going to zoom out slightly, and I'm going to switch on my pink guide once again in the layers panel, as you'll see. And I'm going to use this control handle and this control handle to redraw this curve. So pulling this control handle down, matching the pink as close to as possible, and I'm going to assign 50% opacity so I can see the pink beneath, raising this very slightly. And turning the opacity back up so I can review this. That looks reasonably good. So I'm going to go to the layers panel. I'm going to turn off the guide. I'm going to ensure that this is a compound shape. I'm going to expand. I'm going to use the rectangle again. I'm going to drag it over till the pink line appears, which denotes a central portion. I'm going to highlight both. In the Pathfinder panel beneath Shape Modes, I'm going to click minus front. Alt Shift, drag across a copy, transform with a right mouse click, reflect, ensuring vertical selected. Holding Shift to keep it on the horizontal, dragging across until the pink line appears for the intersect. Highlighting both shapes, go into the Pathfinder panel, make a compound shape, clicking expand, and we're done. So zoom in for a final quick check. Direct selection tool. You see we have one anchor point. Zooming in. Confirmed. One anchor point, one anchor point, one anchor point, all the way around, and each of these shapes has one anchor point in the central position and around the curves as it should be. We now have a professional logo design which is absolutely perfect in its form. It has minimal complexity through minimal anchor points, it has a minimal file size and maximum potential since it's been primed to be used for literally any application.